Hey, it's Renette. This is another video in my series, Your Health is in Your Hands. In this series, we explore and I share with you some of the ways in which we can assist our bodies to remain healthy or to heal when we are not being healthy. Health is something that is literally our birthright, and our bodies know how to heal. It's what they do. It's a self-healing mechanism. However, we do need to work with our body and support it in being able to function fully and do what it was designed to do. And this is where we have dismally failed it. We have not only failed it often in personally the way we are thinking and feeling and what we are putting into our bodies and what we're exposing our bodies to, for instance, sitting behind a truck in traffic that's blasting out fumes, you're immediately putting a lot of pollution into your bloodstream through your breath. So we are not honoring our bodies. And for most of us, we have some little something that's not right. For some of us, something big. My husband, Johan, has Parkinson's disease, which is a big something. And yet, our bodies can heal. Miracles occur. Magic happens. And I see personally, and this is my opinion, you welcome. Please remember, always with all of my videos, these are my experiences, my opinions, and things I share because they worked for me most magnificently. And I would love to help you be able to also achieve your healthiest way of being. But you don't have to agree with me, and you don't have to just take it as how it is. Go forth and experiment and find what works for you as well. My journey is that I don't use allopathic medication, haven't done since I was 14. My mother was a homeopath and a naturopath, and I prefer not to go and see a medical doctor if something is wrong. So I don't. And again, as I say, that's my experience, and the things I share are the things I have found that help me to heal when I need to and help me to keep my body healthy. So where was I? I was at, the food, the thing. We also now almost cannot find food that is not in some way either genetically modified, especially here in South Africa. We're not even told which food is genetically modified. And mostly our food is grown with synthetic fertilizers and with pesticides sprayed onto them. And both the fertilizers, the poisons that kill off the diseases and insects that are now absolutely part of some of the genetically modified material, and the medication given to us when we are ill and see a doctor come from the same companies. So go think. Anyway, today I want to discuss with you how color can help you in your life. We are actually beings of light. Before we become physical matter, we are a light body, a light being, spirit, that becomes embodied and expresses through matter. And when there are people who are clairvoyant, they can see, I can see it as well at times, can see colors around people's bodies. And the clairvoyance is when you can see with your inner sense, not just with you see it with your eyes, but it's not the physicality. You see beyond the physical. And the energy that sources us has a point of connection with the body, which is known as a chakra. I've got a number of books on the chakras. There's one by Shafika Garagula, whose work I really, really like and enjoy. And then I've got the famous C.W. Leadbeater here. That is the crown chakra. I hope you can see it. I've got the sun in my eyes a little bit. And then I've got Nuclear Evolution by Christopher Hills, and he's just sort of done a diagram like that of the chakras. But these are our energy centers. These are, I see them, a simple way of putting it, it's almost like a wall plug that brings you electricity into your house, and then you can plug in at the wall plug whatever apparatus you want to plug in. So this is sort of, for me, it's like it's the interchange, the interface between spirit and matter are these energy centers. And they have colors. They have prime colors that are their main color that have become associated with them. And clairvoyant people can see when there are disturbances in their radiance and brilliance, or when there are dark spots or clouded areas or whatever in the energy field around the chakras. And this talk is not so much about chakras, but about the color. And I'm just mentioning the chakras so you know we have color. We are color. White light is all the colors as one. So I brought some scarves just to give you a practical illustration. So I've got a mixed scarf of purple and green and some turquoise on. Now just get a sense of how you perceive me, how you feel when you look at this scarf, when you look at me with this scarf. So now I'm going to add just over it because I don't want to do a whole big thing. So now I have a red scarf. Can you see that there's a difference and that you feel differently? This is really the important part, is to check how you're feeling. And then let's do a violet scarf. I think it's violet. Again, can you sense that there's a difference in how you're feeling when you look at this? And then the final scarf I brought, we can go on all day. I don't have that many scarves, is a blue scarf. And this is kind of the color that I feel like having today. Can't really see what I'm doing too well. As I said, I've got the sun a little bit in my eyes. It's turning into autumn and winter here. So, can you see how this is different to the previous scarves? So color affects us. Color has an influence on us. And color can affect the health of our bodies. Just by changing the color we dress ourselves in or the color we look at. I have turquoise curtains there that I love. They lift me up. So when I see them, I feel uplifted, better, healthier. Whereas when I see dark brown curtains or deep orange curtains or lime green curtains, for me personally, those are colors that just bring my energy down. So use color in your life. Bring it in, even if it's just in small areas that you can rest your eye on and feed your spirit with. And your body will respond to the colors. Because your body is color, sourcing and keeping alive the matter, the physicality. So one of the healing modalities, and this is the last bit I'm sharing, I learned from Chris Griscom. She wrote this book, Soul Body. She wrote a number of books. I've got most of them on my shelf there. But I did a workshop with her on color healing. And her way of suggesting one works with color, and she applies this herself as well and has some dramatic healing experiences to recount on that score, is to close your, when you have pain or when you've just hurt yourself, to close your eyes and just ask that body part that is hurting what color it would love. And immediately visualize that color going to that part of the body. You'll be surprised how effective that is. I've taught all my children to do this, and Johan also, and I do it regularly. You sometimes forget to do it. Like yesterday I had a sore scalp. I actually thought my hair is aching until I remembered I'd bashed my head against the window when I closed the door. It's one of those windows that opens and like that, and then the door thing is down at the bottom. So when you bend down to unhook the door and stand up without remembering there's this window above you, guess what? You hit the frame of the window, and it was quite sore. So luckily I remembered, but I did forget to send my scalp color. Didn't occur to me. But if I had, two things would have happened. The one is the immediate ache would have diminished, and the other is it would have healed quicker, because that's what I've been experiencing. Whenever I use color and send color to a body part, it eases the situation. I use it a lot for a postnasal drip that I almost constantly have, especially when we lived in a thatched house in Pretoria about 7 months ago. We, both Johan and I, had like kind of sinus scenarios, and I think that's just from the constant dust, because there were no ceilings. And falling asleep at night then becomes a challenge, because you've got this drip happening. So I just lie there and visualize sending whatever color my nasal sinuses want to them, and it eases that postnasal drip. So that's one way in which you can start knowing your health is in your hands. You don't have to wait for some outside force to heal you. You've got it right here, and you can choose health. Choose to create your health. Until the next video, go lightly and sparkle.